I walked into my neighborhood coffee shop for my regular Americano, but walked out with a lesson, with a leadership lesson. Let me explain. This coffee shop uh, opened here in my town around like 3 years ago, I believe. Since then, I became a regular customer. Okay, if I have time in the morning, I just walk there. Maybe like I'm even the first customer or the second customer, and have my morning coffee and walk back to home. So this kind of a ritual that, you know, this is how I started my days. When I walked in one day, I saw a guy was like kind of different, like he was hardworking. You could feel it. He was different. And I just started talking with him and I asked, hey, like, are you the owner of this branch? And he told me, no, he was just the manager of that branch. When I say it's just, I mean, it is still a big responsibility, but he was acting like the owner of that branch. Like maybe he got the franchise. That's what I thought. I remember that day when I walked out, I told to myself, if one day I decide to get a franchise for a coffee shop, I should have a manager like that. Okay, that's what I thought. So that was the impression he left on me. This was like 3 years ago, I don't remember, to be honest. And fast forward to May 2025. Here's what happened. As usual, I walked in and he was there. I started talking with him again, and here's what I learned. He was assigned to another role. And this role, this time he was not just the manager of that specific branch. He was some kind of regional manager. He was overseeing the coffee shops in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So there was another lady assigned as a manager for that branch. When I learned that, I was not shocked. Like it was something like he deserved that. Here's what I am talking about. I am talking about a guy I saw only like a couple of minutes per week, maybe. Like my total interaction is not more than like 60 minutes overall. But I was still somehow expecting this person to be another level of manager. So here's my lesson. Here's what I learned from this interaction. I think when people look at you, and even though they see you only a couple of minutes, they should feel like, hey, this guy is different. This guy is doing his job work well. I want to work with him. That is what we should try to be. I'm only talking about the work life here, but I'm not limiting this to work life here. I am talking about also the personal life. Okay? When people look at you and when people see you, how you interact with your kids, they should say, hey, this guy, like, I need to learn something from him because he is doing whatever he is doing well. I think that's very important. That is some kind of leadership lesson, life lesson for me. Because if by just in the first couple of minutes of interaction, if I am feeling that for that guy, I believe that is an impression that you can leave on people when they just see you and talk with you only a couple of minutes. I believe this is important, and there is a lesson here that we need to learn.